What is going on, everybody? This is Massive Bass 96 back with another video. Hold on, let me try to do this real quick. Let me close these blinds so I get better lighting. Hopefully that's better. Let me turn this light on real quick. Hopefully now you guys can see me. Oh yeah, much better. Let me turn the brightness up on this guy. There we go. Now you can see me now. So this is gonna be a video of my kind of like a talk about with the Alpine 10. The backstory about it. So I've had this subwoofer for 8.5 years. I got it at a pawn shop called Local Pawn, where I'm from, and there was like other subwoofers that I was like, ooh, and the boxes were not in good shape. I was looking for a subwoofer with a good box, like a box that was like built pretty good, nothing wrong with it, no ports missing, nothing, because you know how pawn shops are. So I was looking, I was like, oh, there's some nice subwoofers, but there's not some good boxes. Like there was like a bandpass box for 212s, and the ports were missing. The port tubes were missing, some of the ports. And I was like, that's too big. And then I kept looking around, and I looked around, and I turned around, like say the shelf is behind me. I looked around, and it was sitting on a shelf. Like it was like on like a shelf, and I saw the Alpine Bassline 10, and I was like, ooh, I was like, this thing's nice. And I looked at it, and then I walked away and looked at something else. But then it kept catching my eye. I was like, it's calling me. I was like, I'm going to get it. So I got it. I bought it. I bought it for how much did I buy it for? Like $110, or maybe less than that. Maybe like 105. I don't remember. It's been a long time. So yeah, I bought it, and I was like, oh, cool. And I hooked it up to my buddy's amplifier that he had. He had a Rockford Fosgate 500 monoblock. It was a good amp. It was a Rockford Fosgate Punch series 500. It wasn't the Power, it was the Punch, but it was still a good amp. So we hooked it up to his amp. We disconnected his 210s that he had. He had some 210-inch JL audios, like W0s, with the silver cone, the discontinued kind. They were 4 ohms, I think 250 RMS or maybe 300 RMS. I don't remember, but they were good. They were good sounding subs. So we hooked the Alpine up to the Rockford amp, and it sounded really, really good. I was like, holy crap, this thing sounds really good. And it was a good sub. It was a really good sub. It performed really well. It took more than 250 watts RMS. It probably took maybe 300 or maybe 350 RMS. I don't remember. But I know at 4 ohms it did a little bit more over than 250 RMS. So I knew this sub can take a lot of power. So when I got back to my place, I brought the subwoofer up to my room, and I used it, and it sounded really well. Later on, like down the road, with the new place, when I think it was one night I was free airing it, and it was making like a rattly sound. I was like, what's going on with it? And I looked, and the spider, the outer ring part of the spider, one of the areas was like kind of like it was like flopping on the basket, the basket that the subwoofer is like. So there's the magnet, the basket, and then like the subwoofer all together. But it was rattling. I was like, oh shoot! I was like, I gotta order me some glue. So I ordered some clear E6000 glue because I knew it would help. So I did that. I ordered me some E6000 clear glue because I knew it's strong. And when it dries, it contracts. It like holds it together, but it's like still stretchy. You can use it for like surrounds. Like say if you have a hole in your like subwoofer surround, you could get like a piece of foam. Like go to Walmart and get like a piece of foam, and use some E6000 glue, patch it up, and the foam, it's like it pretty much it acts like another surround. Like you could patch it. pretty much if you look on EXO Contralto's videos, like when he did the video patching, like the funny video skit of him putting the NVX12 in a sealed box and poking a hole. Um, Pretty much it tells you the video of like how to patch a subwoofer surround. Like he does a better job than he does a better job explaining it than I do. Um, but anyways, when I went to go seal the outer area up, I was like, okay, um, that's I'm gonna let that dry. And then I saw like the cone, the inside cone where it sits on the spider, the middle part area. I was like, oh, I better put some on there. And I think I put a little too much on there. I didn't know, um, and it dripped down inside the cone, like the dust cap cone area. Like it got like close to like it must have dripped inside the coil area. Like some of it got on the coil on the inside. And so every time you push down on the subwoofer, like when you push down on it, it goes like when you push down all the way, it makes like a weird knock sound. But like in this video, you'll hear it. It makes a really bad like knock sound. Only when it does like the crazy excursion. But like other than that, like normal music, because the box is tuned around like maybe 40, 39 hertz, so it's musical, which it's not a problem. But like playing like low bass, like 20 hertz range and all that, it does that. It makes that weird sound. So um I don't know how to figure that out. I don't know how to get that glue out. Um, but hopefully, if I can't get it out, I already have a backup plan. Um, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna order me a brand new 10-inch Alpine bass. So it's the updated version from the baseline, but it's the bass. It's still the baseline, but it's the logo is renamed. It's called bass. Um, it's the newer model. They updated like I think they said they updated like they made the surround a little bit more beefier to where it could do a little bit more throw. It can handle a little bit more of the lowers ends. It could handle more of like it doesn't distort as much. It could take still it could take a lot of abuse power. Still same basket, same magnet. Just the difference is I think they changed something inside the coil or something like that. I don't remember. I have to like rewatch the video, but uh, I'm not going with an Alpine Type R. I'm not going with an Alpine Type S. Just because I like the bass lines. Something about them. I think it's the cone that really catches my eye. Like how it has like that like the wave, like that little wave, and then like on the cone. I don't know. It's something. It's just something about. I think it's just because the Alpine Bassline was my very first subwoofer, and I fell in love with those subwoofers, and they do really well. They perform really well for like people say, oh, 250 watts RMS. That's not a lot. It's gonna sound like crap. But if you have it in a right box that's tuned really well, it's really musical, and you put it in a trunk of a car, or you put it in a truck, or you put it like an SUV. I don't know. Maybe with 210s, maybe with 212s, probably you could get away with. But like for a car, definitely like if you run a single 10, you're gonna blow some people's minds. They're gonna be like, no way, that's a single 10. That's probably like a 12 or a 15 that you're running. You pop the trunk, get their reaction. Oh man, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, for a single 10, dude, like it just sounds so good. It just really sounds amazing. Like the 10 compared to the massive audio 12. I do love the massive audio 12. I'm keeping that thing. Just to let you guys know, I am keeping it. It's not going anywhere. It's still in my bedroom. Um, like I did do the comparison between the Alpine 10 and then the Massive Audio 12. The Massive Audio 12 plays a lot boomier lows around 32 hertz, 33, because the box is tuned to 35. With the 10, it's tuned around maybe 40, 39. So it doesn't play as low. The lowest it'll play is 32 before it rolls off, before the bass starts rolling off. but it plays really really well. Other than like if you like say you listen to Spotify and you like to listen to like normal music on Spotify, that's the best. That's the best enclosure for a 10 just to start off with. If anybody ever wants to start off with like car audio, and plus the Alpine bass doesn't cost really that much. It only costs like $79 and 95 or 96 cents on Amazon, and it's a good deal. It's like that's a really good deal. You could get away with running 110, or you could get away with running two tens. You could get away with running two tens and a good uh, ported enclosure for two tens. That like put it in a really good enclosure, or you could build a box for it. Shoot, you could build a box for the two tens or the 212s, and it'll be a lot cheaper than buying a box. So you could just buy the 212s or the two tens and build a box, and it'll be a lot easier. Um, it'll be a lot easier that way. But like if you don't like people out there, if you don't know how to build an enclosure, if you've not had very much experience with building boxes, then my best bet is buying a good box for two tens or for 110 or for 112 or 212s. And I would say for this is my experience and my opinion. If you want to go with a really good subwoofer, go with the Alpine Basslines. Just trust me on that. You guys will be blown away of how good they sound. This one guy, I watched the video. He did a review of the Alpine bass, the updated the baseline, single 10. He put it in a Amazon box, ported box for a single 10. It was only slot ported, but what he did was the other video, he did like a L ported. He added another piece of MDF wood to make it an L port, and he dropped the tuning. Think maybe roughly around like 38, 39, 38 hertz around there, because I think the box was tuned around like maybe 42 hertz. Um, and he did like for the car, it liked what was it, 52 hertz resonant frequency it liked, and he got a 139.4 out of that for just a quick burp out of a single 10. Like, that is crazy. Alpine Bassline 10 in a ported enclosure. Like, that is just, I was, I was like blown away when I saw that. I was like, what? I was like, are you kidding me? An Alpine Bassline 10? That's impressive. Like, that is so cool. But, hold on, I'm going to grab my coffee real quick. Hold on. But yeah, I was just blown away when I saw that video. I was like, oh my gosh. And that just makes me love the Alpine Basslines even more. Like, I was like, you know what? I kind of have to. Okay, so I've been talking to my friends and like my family about this, and I told my girlfriend about this. I kind of want to go this route. Um, I kind of want to go with two Alpine Bassline 10s. And the reason why I say that is because they sound good. For a single 10, it's loud. But with two 10s, that's going to be loud. That's going to be really, really loud. Two 10s or maybe three 10s. Who knows? Probably 310. Definitely 310s are going to be a lot louder in a ported enclosure, custom ported enclosure. I think it'll be a lot louder than the Massive Audio 12, but there's a catch. If you run the Massive Audio 12, like me, I ran the Massive Audio 12 on the Pioneer GM-A5702 two-channel amplifier, which was bridged at 4 ohms, which was acting like a monoblock. It says it puts out 480 watts RMS, but I'm not sure it does. I think it probably does a little bit less than that. Maybe it does like maybe 400 RMS or 350 RMS. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know. But with the Alpine 10 compared to the Massive 12, yes, the Massive 12 is going to be a little bit louder with the exact same amplifier because It's in a bigger box. The port is tuned a lot lower. It's 35 hertz. Um, and it'll make your house shake like crazy because it's in a big enclosure, and the box is, when the bass hits, the you could feel every bass response. But with the 10, you could still feel the bass response, but it doesn't shake the house as much, which I enjoy. Um, my experience with the Alpine 10 and the Massive 12 with the same Pioneer amplifier, no gain touch, nothing, same volume, um, on the head unit, and bass knob turned all the way up. I say the Alpine 10 is maybe a little bit louder than the, well, no, my bad. Scratch that. The Massive Audio 12 is a lot louder when you crank it up all the way. But if you have it barely turned down, that's going to be a problem. If you have it turned down, like, um, it's not as boomy. It is boomy, but it's not like whoa. Like, the more you turn it up, the louder it just gets better and better. With the Massive 12, because it's an SPL subwoofer, you have to get it loud. You have to crank it up all the way for it to be like, whoa, that's really good sound quality. Like, that's loud bass. Like, holy crap. With the Massive, or with the Alpine 10, when you barely have the bass knob turned up, it just sounds so good. It's just like, it's deep, boomy, it's clean bass sound quality. And when you turn it up, the bass knob more and more and more till like all the way, it just sounds really good. It just gets better and better. So I think, from my experience, my reaction, my experience of testing the two subs with the same Pioneer amplifier, okay, I say the Alpine Bassline is better. The reason why is because it just sounds good. It's just sound quality. That's what I'm looking for. I'm I'm looking for sound quality bass. I'm not looking for SPL, like get loud numbers bass. Like, that's the Massive Audio 12. For a vehicle, yes, I would understand why. Yes. But for like just like a daily listen to, like just to listen to music, enjoy it a lot better, enjoy the bass with the music on Spotify or on the radio, that's perfect. That's the Alpine 10. That's what will get you happy, because with the Alpine 10, you don't have to have a lot of power. Like, you don't have to have a big, huge amplifier to push an Alpine 10 or an Alpine 12 or two 12s or two 10s. You don't have to upgrade your alternator. You don't have to get a secondary battery. You don't have to do the big 3 upgrade. With the Massive 12 and like the Goro, the Sumo, and the Boa, with those subwoofers, you definitely need to do the big 3 upgrade, secondary battery, or and upgrade your alternator, and probably do 2 alternators under the hood. Like, that requires a lot of money, saving up, and a lot of money. And if something goes wrong, and say you want to sell your vehicle, you have to take all that stuff out, and you better make sure you save a lot of money for the or make sure you have like the stock alternator, and so you could put that back in the car when you go to sell it. But just saying, that's why with me, I think, like, for my teenage like, if I was still a teenager, I would be like, oh yeah, Massive Audio all the way, big loud boomy bass. I want to get as loud as I want, like, hell yeah. Like, that was me when as a teenager. But for right now, since I'm an adult, it's like, I kind of just want just sound quality, just clean, loud sound quality bass. But yeah, hopefully this. I'm gonna stop talking. Hopefully this video helped out. Um, if you guys want to check out the Alpine Basslines series subwoofers, go for it. If not, then let me know in the comment, like, what. Let me know in the comment what kind of subwoofer would be perfect for, like what subwoofer you enjoyed and you really liked for your kind of taste. What subwoofer you think would be perfect? What subwoofer sounded the best for you? And what enclosure? and the amplifier you were running on. Tell me, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear what was your guys' very first car subwoofers or amplifiers, like what got you started. Like that'd be awesome. I would love to hear that in the comment below. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this long video. I'm surprised. I just looked at the time. It's really long. It's a long video, so um, yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.